You know what's funny? Most people think investing is a complicated process, where you need to be glued to your screen, analyzing stock charts like some Wall Street trader. But here's the thing, there's literally an investment that does all of that for you. And no, I'm not talking about some sketchy get-rich-quick scheme. I'm talking about mutual funds. Look, I get it. You want to invest for your future, maybe build up that retirement fund, but you don't have time to become a stock market expert. You've got a job, a life, maybe a family. The last thing you want to do is spend hours researching which companies to invest in. And honestly, you shouldn't have to. That's where mutual funds come in. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly how they work, why millions of people use them, and whether they're actually worth your money. So what exactly is a mutual fund? A mutual fund is like a big piggy bank where lots of people put their money together. A grown-up called a fund manager uses that money to buy many different things like stocks or bonds. This way, everyone owns a small part of many investments, helping them grow their money over time. One of the biggest advantages of mutual funds is that they help spread out the risk by investing in many different things. So if one investment doesn't do well, others might do better. They are also managed by experts who know how to pick good investments, making it easier for people to grow their money without needing to be investment experts themselves. That's basically what a mutual fund is. Let me give you a real example of how this works. Meet Sarah. Sarah's 35, works in marketing, and she's finally ready to start investing for retirement. But here's her problem. She doesn't know the first thing about picking individual stocks. Should she buy Apple, Tesla, some biotech company she's never heard of? She has no idea. Like how many of you watching are right now? So instead of trying to become a stock market guru overnight, Sarah decides to buy into a mutual fund. She goes online, uses some mutual fund search tools, but before she invests, she reads something called the prospectus. Now, I know that sounds boring, but stay with me. The prospectus is basically the fund's user manual. It tells you everything: the fees, the minimum investment, how it's performed historically, what risks you're taking. It's like reading the nutrition label before you buy food. Boring? Maybe. Important? Absolutely. Sarah reads it, decides this fund looks solid, and invests the minimum amount. Let's say $1,000. Boom. She's now an investor in potentially hundreds of different companies with that single purchase. Now here's where it gets interesting. By owning shares in this mutual fund, Sarah gets three major benefits. First, diversification. If one company in the fund has a terrible year, let's say some tech startup crashes and burns, it barely affects Sarah because that company is just one tiny piece of her entire investment. The fund might own 200 different companies, so one failure isn't going to tank everything. That's the power of spreading your risk. Second, professional management. Sarah's fund has an actual fund manager, someone whose full-time job is to analyze companies, buy and sell investments, and try to maximize returns. It's like having a personal trainer for your money. These managers use financial analysis, industry expertise, all that stuff that Sarah doesn't have time to learn. Third, variety. There are mutual funds for everything. Want to invest in tech companies? There's a fund for that. Prefer stable, dividend-paying companies? There's a fund for that too. Some funds focus entirely on the entire stock market, while others target specific countries or industries to invest. You can even find funds that invest in bonds instead of stocks, or a mix of both. But here's where we need to get real for a second, because mutual funds aren't perfect. Let's talk about fees. Remember that fund manager working hard for you? Yeah, they get paid whether the fund makes money or not. That's the management fee, and it comes straight out of the fund's assets. So even if your fund has a rough year and loses value, the manager still gets their cut. And that's not the only cost. There are transaction fees when the fund buys and sells investments. There might be something called a sales load, which is basically a charge just to buy or sell shares of the fund. Some funds even charge you extra if you sell your shares too quickly. It's like early withdrawal penalties. Here's the thing, these fees might seem small, like 1% or 2% per year, but over 20 or 30 years, they can eat up a massive chunk of your returns. We're talking potentially tens of thousands of dollars, so you have to pay attention to fees. Also, and this is important, just because a fund has a professional manager doesn't guarantee success. Managers are human. They make mistakes. They miss opportunities. They might buy high and sell low. There's no crystal ball here. If the manager makes bad choices, your returns suffer. Period. Okay, so assuming you pick a decent fund with reasonable fees, how do you actually make money? First up is appreciation. This is when the value of the fund's shares goes up. If the companies in the fund do well, the fund's value increases and your shares are worth more. Simple enough. But the reverse is also true. If those companies tank, your fund's value drops. That's the risk you're taking. Quick note here. Unlike individual stocks that change price every second the market is open, mutual fund prices only update once per day after the market closes. So you can't day trade these things. Next up is dividend payment. Some mutual funds pay out a portion
portion of their earnings to shareholders. It's like getting a little bonus check just for owning the fund. And finally, capital gains. If the fund sells investments for a profit, they might distribute those gains to shareholders. But heads up, you'll probably owe taxes on those gains, so factor that in. Here's the bottom line. Mutual funds aren't some magical solution that's going to make you rich overnight. They're not exciting, they're not sexy. But for someone like Sarah, or maybe someone like you who wants to invest without becoming a full-time trader, they can be a solid option. Just remember, pay attention to fees, read that prospectus, understand what you're buying, and think long-term. Don't panic when the market dips, don't get greedy when it spikes, just stay consistent. If you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more finance content that actually makes sense. And if you've got questions about mutual funds or any other investing topic, drop them in the comments below. I read every single one.